Now, Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, former Director General Infantry and a defence expert, is joining us with his inputs. General, welcome to DD India. While earlier, we know the Indian Air Force Chief had mentioned that 5 Pakistani fighter jets and another military aircraft were shot down during Operation Sindoor. This is the first time that New Delhi has mentioned the class of the jets in public. What does the statement and other details that we know so far about how India destroyed Pakistani defence and military infrastructure say about India's offensive defence capabilities when provoked with a misadventure like the Pahalgam terror attack?
Thank you, Manmoji. I think at the very outset, the Air Force Chief, on the occasion of the Air Force Day, ran up to the Air Force Day on the 8th of October, and as part of his press briefing, when he's asked questions and he goes about, he stated very clearly in no uncertain terms that yes, he said about 100 hours, in which the enemy almost came on the knees. He stated very clearly that about 4 to 5 of these F-16s, primarily because the Air Force bases which had been hit had that F-16 over there, Hercules aircraft, and AMAC had been hit, 4 radar stations have been hit, 1 SAM has been hit, 2 to 3 airstrips have been destroyed, 2 command control centers have been destroyed, clearly indicating, and all of these proofs have been shown. And that is the best part. It's nothing that he's just talking. All of it, he has proof of what we have destroyed of Pakistan in less than 100 hours. If that be so, I find no reason why anybody should have any doubt. And this is a normal briefing. Invariably on an Air Force Day, you have people come, ask questions, and he is bound to answer. So there's nothing in this thing. He has only reiterated what he even stated earlier also to the number. So by now, he has enough evidence, and that evidence is showing it to everybody that this is what has been destroyed by the Air Force, and that at any point of time, then of course he lays down his plan for 2047, how he intends to modernize the Air Force, what he would be able to do. That's it. I think that's part of the Air Force briefing on an Air Force Day. And as an Air Chief, what better than to be feeling proud of his men, encouraging and raising the morale of his men, and being able to execute the task that he was given for Op Sindoor. And that Op Sindoor has been paused. It has yet not been terminated. So that's very important. A pause has been given. And so there are a lot of people asking questions. And therefore, once the Op Sindoor is terminated, there will be an after-action report with all the details will be spelled out. Right now, whatever he has and he is aware of, he has stated it in no uncertain terms as to the losses that the enemy has incurred. If he says so, that if the enemy feels that they have incurred some loss of the Indian Air Force or the Indian Army, then the proof should be shown. Otherwise, he's used the word Manohar Kahaniya. Come on, they're just, dreaming whatsoever. It's not done because they should show the proof of what they've destroyed. Even the NSA has stated very clearly in no certain terms that if Pakistan feels they have destroyed anything, they should show us the proof. They have no proof. We have, in fact, adequate proof to be able to tell the entire world that what all has been destroyed. And they themselves, their own Prime Minister, has stated in no uncertain terms how Noor Khan has been destroyed, how BrahMos virtually paralyzed his this thing, and what happened at night of the 8th and 10th. Everything is all very, very clear. I don't think anybody should have any doubt as to the success of Op Sindoor. Pakistan can claim what it wants to claim, like the HF said. If they feel like they've destroyed 15 aircraft, so be it. I have nothing to say against it. They would know when they face next time what they're going to get from the Indian Air Force.
Absolutely, General. Like you said, India's Air Chief Marshal has rejected Pakistan's claims of shooting down Indian jets as Manohar Kahaniya or fanciful tales. Is misinformation, General, a tool that Pakistan uses during wartime to mislead the world? And did we see that playing out for weeks and months during and after Operation Sindoor?
Yes, they do. And sometimes most of the enemies would want to, demoralize and raise the morale. We find that even having lost this thing and having come in less than 90 hours on their knees, they still have promoted their chief of the army staff to field marshal. They've even given extension to the air chief marshal. So this is indicative of not wanting to accept defeat. And in that context, you find that Pakistan would continuously keep lying and keep telling. Even in the General Assembly, you had the Prime Minister of there say that we have won the war. Now we will win the peace. All that kind of talks and rhetorics which come from the Pakistan is primarily showing the guilt and the loss which they don't want to disclose it. But yes, slowly and suddenly everything will be out in the open. And Pakistan does all that, and Pakistan is a master of disinformation, and primarily to raise the morale of their own people, to say that, well, they don't want to accept. Similarly, what's happening in POK, they will not accept. They will only say that so and so is happening, so and so people are doing it. But then Pakistan has to be shown a mirror, and Pakistan must realize that as long as they continue to use terrorism as an instrument of state policy, they will suffer. And there is no doubt about it. And we are absolutely clear that should not just the terrorists, even those harboring the terrorists will be hit and will be struck if at any point of time, here and after, Pakistan attempts to spread terror in India. So I think that was very, very clear. If Pakistan still doesn't learn or understand, they are the ones who will suffer.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we also came to know how India is preparing to be future combat ready in this briefing by the Indian Air Force Chief. We leave it at that, General. Thank you so much for joining us.